Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to those of you online. Welcome to those of you here in our Mishkan with us. It is so good to be here together, to spend Shabbat together, to be here in the world with each other, and to feel that wonderful music and that fantastic energy. And I'm welcoming you. I'm Rabbi Samuel Kay. I'm joined, of course, by our cantorial soloist, Lindy Rivers, our incredible musical accompanist tonight, the entire quad band. Do you have a name yet? Have you guys chosen a name?
Next week.
Next week. I gave them the pressure now. Now they're going to have to come up with a good one. You have to come back next week to hear the name of the band.
They might be here next week. Next week.
Next week? Oh my
Right?
gosh.
It's like Shabbat, looking forward to the next week.
It's very catchy. And since we've just introduced ourselves to you, why don't you find someone here in this room that you don't know yet, someone seated nearby, and introduce yourself to them. There are friendly faces, new faces, old faces, regular faces. Shabbat Shalom. We begin on page 105, Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh of Rachaman, Mishoch Avdach, El Ritzonach, Yarut Avdach, Kimbo Ayal, Yishach Aveh, Budara, Kier of Lo, Yedidutach, Minofet Vikotah, Nafshi cholot, ahavata, ana elna, rifana la, becharot la, noam ziva, kiyas titchazeg, v'tirapeh, v'haita shivrat olam,
To light our Shabbat candles this evening, it's my pleasure to call for Jackie Shiner and Harrison Lepovsky to light these candles. And the community is welcome to come over here and light these set of candles so that you too can be included in this mitzvah. But this blessing is mostly just for the two of you. But please come on up and light some candles with us. So this is a tiny taste of Ufruf. This is a tiny taste of Mazel Tov. This is a tiny taste of all the joy and sweetness that the two of you should have as you enter into your married life together in the coming days. And as you are lighting these candles this evening and granting us this gift, this blessing of light, so may the two of you continue to be lights in your lives and to bring this light home, to build a beautiful Jewish home together, to shine your light to your friends and to your family, and to continue to pass on this tradition of radiance.
Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech
Asher Kitshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu V'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, everyone.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, lekadma v'na b'toda. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, b'yizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Top of page 108, Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom Yeshuato. Oh, Zavu Vagoyim Yikvoto, B'chol Ha'imim Yiflehuto. Ki Gadol Adonai V'lo Me'od, Norach V'Kol Elohim. La 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 Top of page 109. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'togel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim. Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'togel haaretz. Yeram hayam. Yeram hayam. Yeram hayam. Umelo. Yeram hayam. Yeram hayam. Yeram hayam. Umelo. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'togel haaretz.
In the presence of two souls who are about to become Chatan v'Kala, who are about to become bride and groom, it is our pleasure now as a community to welcome in the Sabbath bride. And we will do so with the words of L'Chadodi, found on page 115.
L'chadoti, li hakala, תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך הוא מאורי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה ריי 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 מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון מזמור שיר ליום השבת מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון מזמור שיר ליום השבת להגיד בבוקר חסדיך ואמונתך בלילות עלי עשור עלי נבל עלי היגיון מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
Page 119, Baruch Hu. Please rise.
Rai
Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach she'arim, u'vidvuna meshane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et ha'kochavim, b'mishmerotehem, b'rakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom u'vei layla, u'ma'avdil bein yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzeva'ot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Aken Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negeh yomam v'layla negeh yomam v'layla v'yahavatecha al tasir mimenu leolamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha v'lechtecha v'derech uv'shokbecha uv'gumecha shartam le'ot al yadecha v'chayu letotafot beinenecha uchtzavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone are our God, there is none else, and we are Israel, your people. You are our sovereign, and you deliver us from the hands of oppressors. Save us from the fists of tyrants. You do wonders without number, marvels that surpass our understanding. You give us our life, and by your help we survive all who seek our destruction. You did wonders for us in the land of Egypt, miracles and marvels in the land of Pharaoh. You led your people Israel out forever to serve you in freedom. When your children witnessed your power, they extolled you and gave you thanks. Willingly they enthroned you. And full of joy, Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang this song.
Yai, Kifat Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalomi et Chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga Yisrael.
Grant that we lie down in peace, Adonai our God. Raise us up, O Sovereign, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from hatred and plague. Keep us from war and famine and anguish. Subdue our inclination to evil. O God, our guardian and helper, our gracious, merciful Sovereign, give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. Guard our coming and our going, that now and always we may have life and peace. Praised are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Beni uven b'nei Israel, oti le'olam. Vishamru v'nei Israel et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Israel et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat l'dorotam, Berit olam. Yitgadol v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalamati v'rachirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayecho beit Yisrael, ba'gala, ba'gala, uv'izman kariv, v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, la'alam u'la'alamei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudashah, בריחו לילה מן כה בחטא ושירתה תוש בחטא ונחמתה דמינן מיalma וימרו אמן. אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא עליון גומל חסדים טובים וגונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ובוקי שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מחמוך בעל גבורות ומדמלך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע בנאמן אתה לך חיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יחללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. 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 descend on us, and the world will say, Amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say, Amen. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Amen, amen, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oh, say shalom, b'rama, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Amen, amen, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say, Amen.
In this week's Torah portion, we get two commandments from God in regards to the land. First, God says, guard the land. And then later on, God says, control the land. And the great 20th century rabbi, Soloveitchik, said, these are not two separate commandments. It is simply the human being's role to find the balance between guarding and controlling. Part of the ongoing work of truth and reconciliation is acknowledging when the pendulum has swung too far to one side and the other. And a piece of healing of that is moving from domination and control and moving into guarding truth and healing. As a community, we acknowledge that there have been good stewards of this land before us. We continue to work towards being in partnership with our various indigenous partners, and we hope to continue to bring healing and guardianship to this land. With those words of healing, we turn our hearts and our minds to those of our own community who are in need of healing. Johanna Falk, Chana bat Gittel, Sarah Leah bat Moshe, Meir v'Naomi, Miriam bat Benjamin v'Sarah Leah, Joel Sears, Gittel Yaakova bat Shmuel v'Sarah, Moshe Gershon ben Baruch, Shalom Chaim v'Rachel Leah, Eliyahu ben Chaim, Yitzchak v'Rachel, Chana Gittel bat Moshe v'Geula, Tzvi ben David v'Esther, Sarah bat Devorah, Leon Cherniak, Basheva Shulamit bat Menachem v'Chaya Rachel. If you would like to share the name of a loved one so we can include them in our prayers, we invite you to do so now.
Sheperach imotenu b'kor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and and let us say, Amen. Bisheberach Avotenu Bekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
This week, we are back at the very beginning of the Torah, reading the book of Genesis, and not only the book Bereshit, but also Parshat Bereshit, which chronicles, of course, the 7 days of creation and other primordial dramas. So the big question, what happens after God is done creating the world? And there are numerous correct answers to this question. Resting on Shabbat is a correct answer. The rest of the Torah is another answer. The entirety of human history is another answer. Judaism is a faith that prides itself on a God who acts in history, a God who is part of the real story of humanity, as opposed to, say, a mythological era like the ones that the Assyrians and the Norse put forward. So this is actually a fairly important question. What has God been up to since creation? Why, say most of our rabbis, God has been part of that living fabric of creation, quite busy with all sorts of matters of cosmic importance and historical significance. And yet one particular midrashic account, which is found in Bereshit Rabbah, spins the entire idea on its head. As the story goes, a Roman noblewoman comes to Rabbi Yossi ben Halafta, and she asks him a simple question. How many days did it take your God to create the world? 6 days, he says. And then she asks, well, what has he been doing ever since? And you may think all of these incredible things that I just said, God has been doing history. God has been finishing the world. God has been X, Y, and Z. No, says Rabbi Yossi. God is sitting on the throne of heaven and matching people up, one to the other. This one should be married to this one, and this one should love this one's child, and this one should find love a second time with this person, and this person will join this family, and so on and so forth. And the Roman matron was dumbfounded. Her gods, after all, they finished creating the world too, and then as soon as they finished making the world, they started a war on each other. They fight with storms, they fight with tides, they drink golden ambrosia, they give birth to monsters. They're larger than life. They're primal and raw. They're not doing the job of some common woman putting matches together for this matchmaking stuff. You believe in your God? And she continues on and says, I have 1,000 slaves, more than 1,000 slaves, and I could do what your God does in one evening. I can match them up for marriages as easily as your God does. And the rabbi says, okay. For you, it might be easy, but for God, it's as difficult as splitting the sea. The matron runs off in a huff, goes home, and sure enough, good to her word, spends the evening splitting up her servants into pairs. She marries this one off to this one, and that one to that one, and just puts them in. It's not hard. It's easy. This one, you look like you'll be great with that one. This one, I have just the one for you. But the next day, one by one, they appear in front of her, and this one's got a bump on his boggin, and this one doesn't have an eye anymore, and this one, his leg is broken, and each one comes again and again before her, and each one is wounded in some way. Who attacked you? She says. And to each one, they say to her, the one you gave me. I do not want them. And immediately she sent for Rabbi Yossi and proclaimed, there is no God like your God. Your Torah is true, pleasing, and praiseworthy. You speak with wisdom. And the Midrash concludes by explaining that yes, this is a difficult task for God, because sometimes God does marry people against the common expectations of the universe. But God always does so with the idea of benefit, growth, and blessing. There is a generational divide that I've noticed in the last few years, especially as I look at myself and my closest friends, as we are often described as, and this is one of my favorite terms, a geriatric millennial, which is to say someone born between 1980 and 1985. And almost universally, those who I count amongst my closest friends met our spouses and partners in the world. Taylor and I met when she visited HUC, and we sat at the same class in biblical prophecy. Two of my other friends met when they were waiting tables together in Chicago. Another of my friends, who's a rabbi, met at a master's program studying music. Two last ones met at a PhD program. But the weddings that I do today, by and large, and many of the ones that I've done for the last 4 years are, unless they're very young, fresh from college, almost always with someone who they've met online. They get matched up by an unkind algorithm, or they really liked someone's face, or, why not? Swipe left, swipe right. Either way, somehow, miraculously, really, they found their person, and they're going to spend the rest of their lives with them. And there's this funny, odd symmetry, of course, between the Roman matron and the online dating world. Because I don't need to be the one to tell you all the terrible stories that I'm sure you have probably heard from someone who's gone online to find a date. And hopefully nobody is walking away with a broken foot or a lost eye, but there's plenty of awkward and terrible matches that have been made. Plenty of feelings of, the one you gave me, I do not want them to go around. And of course, everyone knows that these moments are inevitable. How did I get matched up to this person? What was I thinking? What was the computer doing? Why is it so hard? Why should I subject myself to it? And perhaps, shocking nobody, the answer is also found in this week's Parsha. Lo tov hiot adam levado. It's not good for human beings to be alone. God realizes this about the first Adam and the very first beginning moments of creation. It is the very first wrong thing in the universe, the very first lo tov, not good for us to be alone. And one of the reasons why I love this midrash is because it reminds us that as cosmic and grand as God is, especially in these early chapters of the Torah, God is also present in these small, intimate, minute moments of life. That yes, our God is the God of the infinite cosmos, but also of the tiny little matters of the heart. And not in the sense that we've been hearing so much over the course of the last month of ruler and monarch and judge, but in the way of a deeply connected little shadchan, a God who sets the world into motion and then has spent the rest of time deeply caring about who and what will make you happy. It's a lovely image. To quote Rabbi Abraham Twersky, Alev HaShalom, what is 1 divided by 0? Any takers? 1 divided by 0. Kind of. Undefinable, right. Infinity. What is 0.00001 divided by infinity? Or, I'm sorry, divided by 0. I spoiled it again. Infinity. And what is 100 billion divided by 0? Infinity. Infinity is without dimension and limitation, and hence, relative to infinity, both the largest and the smallest are equal in magnitude. And thus, relative to God, who is infinite, the greatest of galaxies and the most prominent of the heavenly hosts, and the smallest of human beings must either be equally significant or insignificant. God is either interested in everything or nothing. And it presents little difficulty then to believe that God is interested in the universe, that God is interested in the lives that God created, and in the actions of individual human beings as well. And so as we begin this cycle of Torah reading anew, it's easy to get swept back into the familiar stories of Genesis and this cosmic grand God who sets things into place with dictate and word and law. But I would encourage each of us to also remember some of these softer, more caring teachings, which ask us to re-examine what we know God has been up to. Because what does this rabbi say God has been doing ever since creation? Why, placing a little bit of love for us into the world every single day. Shabbat Shalom. We will begin the conclusion of our service with the words of Aleinu, page 139. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu notesh shamayim v'yosed aretz u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim imal u'shchinotu zo b'gafei meromim Hu Eloheinu einod emet malkeinu efes ulato kakatuv b'torato v'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim imal ve'al haaretz mitachat einod v'nemar ve'Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
We turn to sacred memory at this time, and I would invite the mourners among us to please rise so we can acknowledge you and support you. Tonight, we mark the yahrzeits of the following: Soul Altar, Eleanor Appleby, Bobby Baker, Lawrence Baker, Sadie Berman, Dewey Bloom, Gertrude Cohen, Jesse Cook, Toby Denneberg, Jerome Diamond, Zita Gardner, Betty Gold, Samuel Harris, Samuel Harrison, Lillian Hart, Eric Helfield, David Joel Kaiser, Rose Canoff, Mary Lipson, Elliot Maris, Ann Nashman, Joseph Pearlstein, Linz Pentern, Esther Piper, Norma Revo, Judith Rosenblatt, Blanche Rosenfeld, Henry Rosenthal, Florence Roth, Lillian Salzberg, Harry Shapiro, George Shear, Esther Stein, Catherine Weinroth. And we recall the lives of those who are, we recall at this time those who have died most recently and whose families are in the period of Shloshim. Elliot Benson, Ruth Bergman, Martin Blackstein, Shirley Goldberg, Lawrence Hossman, Peter Heschelheim, Jeff Nuttall, Marilyn Pollock, Leon Zelovitsky. Are there names to be added this evening?
Joseph Brown, Israel Rosenblatt,
Zichronam Livracha. May they serve as the eternal blessing. We rise as one to recite Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbah. Me'almad yivarach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael. ba'agala uvizman kariv yemru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudasha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved. Together we say, amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Kiddush can be found on page 439. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Hi. Oh, what a beautiful challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Shalom. Thank you to our beautiful band.
Next week.
To next